Today on What It's Like to Drive, we're going to review the epitome of cars. This is the kind of car that you bring to a car show that is, if you're the top dog, you're the best guy on the block. The kind of car that puts you in a level higher than any other car out there. And today we're at the Pheasant Lane Mall in Nashua, New Hampshire to review and see what it's like to drive a lowrider.
1, 2, 3.
Hey guys, welcome to What It's Like to Drive, and yes, today we're going to be reviewing the best cars in the market. Behind me is a 59 Cadillac DeVille. It is a 4-door. What hasn't been done to these cars? These cars are literally the epitome of what cars are. These aren't just cars that are done up. These are not only a lifestyle, they're a community. If you've ever done anything with lowriders, you'll know that this stuff it's incredible what kind of history and community and everything that they put together, they've built over time. I hate to actually review just one car, because when I see one car, I don't see one car, I see a group of cars that ride together and cruise. Even now, we're coming up on 2020, and these guys are still rolling exactly how they did when I rolled with them back in the 80s. So it's amazing. So I've never actually had the experience, though, to actually drive one. I've never had the experience to give the information to you, to put everything out there on a perfect platter so you can take a look at it and see what it's like. Well, today we're going to do that. First, we're going to see what it's like to drive. Second, we're going to look at the cost of building a vehicle like this. And then third, we're going to look at the different pitfalls that this car may have that no other vehicle like it has. So stay tuned. We're doing it right now. Alright guys, I'm behind the wheel of this magnificent vehicle, and I am actually nervous to even press drive for this. Like, there's so much stuff going on here. I got a sound system, I got oil pressure, water pressure, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I got 10 gauges here that controls the lift of the car up and down. So let me try to lift it a little bit. Okay, so just a little tap. Ooh, so I'm gonna lower that a little bit though, right? Okay, so there's a bank of controls to my right. The top ones control the whole movement of it, and the bottom ones can control each wheel. So I got that, and I'm not gonna be driving too crazy fast with this. It's got a drag plate on the back, so we're just gonna, I gotta be careful with the brakes. Reverse, neutral, drive. Is that drive? All right. We're gonna find out. Okay, so the first thing I notice instantly is I want to lay back in the back and fall asleep. The seats are amazing in this, and there's a certain stiffness to the suspension system in this that I've never felt in any other vehicle. Okay, so with the hydraulic system, things are a lot more controllable, and that's the thing is I feel like I need to have some sort of class to be at the level to understand this whole thing. There is no way from the short time that I've been in this car that I would know enough to actually control this adequately. So I'm kind of deferring a little bit to the owner to make sure that I'm at the right ride height, that it's something that's comfortable. So there's a 472 engine under the hood. So like any car that was a luxury car, the 472 is a big, torquey engine. It definitely has the ability to push this heavy car around without any trouble whatsoever. And that's one of the things that these cars have. It's a big car. If you remember our 66 Cadi, that was another car. Big and heavy, needed a big, torquey engine to kind of push it around. But this car, no problems whatsoever. I love the growl. The roof of this car is chopped 2.5 inches, so you can tell that my head is right up against it, and that's one thing that if this is something you're looking at doing down the road, you want to make sure that you're aware that, you know, anything with this, it's going to be right up against your head. So you tall guys out there, just remember, I'm all back and no legs, so it's kind of easier for me, but in the same respect, I'd have to do a lot of adjusting. So that's one thing that I didn't expect. When I first got in the car, I was really afraid of it. I really didn't know what to expect, especially from the hydraulics, especially from being low. It has a drag plate on the back. There's a lot of stuff going on with this car, so I was really scared of it. And when I drive it now, I'm just 2 minutes in the lane, I'm still, it's going to take me a while to even think about using a hydraulic setup on it. A lot of experience, but in the same respect, everything else pulled right in, drove it no problem. Very happy with the way it worked out. So okay, so what is it like to drive? Well, it's kind of stiff. The hydraulic system in it makes things a little bit solid, but the road feel of that solidness was actually really good. You could still hear the skid plate kind of banging back and forth, but the bumps, the ride, the road conditions, to be honest, I really wasn't worried about a lot of that stuff. It felt really good. One of the things that I really got out of it is you're really inundated by the suspension system. There's a ton of controls in it that you have to get used to. There's things that you have to get adjusted to, acclimated to, but once you get that, which I think it's kind of a learning experience, once you get that done, everything is perfect, and I think everything is dialed in. I think if I had probably 20 minutes to sit down just focused on doing the controls and doing that other stuff, it would have been a breeze to drive. And the other thing is it's got the lower top, so it's a little bit close to your head, but the experience was completely enjoyable. It's definitely a cool car. Ride quality was like a 9 or a 10, if you can believe it. The interior feeling was a 9 or a 10. It was actually something that I don't think any kind of street car could actually offer. Was a vehicle that I could get in and just say, you know what, I'm driving and I'm going to have fun. And I can see why there's a community based around these that says we're just going to go cruise. And that really is what this car is it's got an engine in it that's huge, but in the same respect, I feel like it rumbles and roars, and the fastest I'd ever go with it was 30 and 40 miles per hour down a strip someplace, waving at people as I went by, and stopping to get ice cream, or, I mean, like, where's a root beer stand where I can get like a root beer float? I mean, it's screaming at me to go do it, and I'm having everything within me right now just to not jump in the car and say to hell with filming, we're just going to go have some fun. So just like our other Cadillac, here's another vehicle that is very tough to get in the whole shot. This car is about 19 feet long, and it's just amazing. So what are the costs associated with this? And I really thought long and hard about giving you a number, but this car cannot be calculated in dollar signs. It can only be calculated in time. So if I were to compare a normal car show to the kind of car shows that these guys have, a normal car show compared to a doctor's office would be a bunch of nurses. These guys are the brain surgeons. They're not just a car group. They're a fraternity of people that come together to enjoy their cars as one. This isn't just a labor of love from one person. This is effectively 20 or 30 years of one person's passion combined with a countless amount of other people's passion to bring together what you see here. From the flake paint, the hydraulics, the chop top, there is so much in this car that to put it into a number, it's priceless. If you want a car like this, my suggestion is start turning wrenches now, start understanding paint, start finding yourself a community. This is not a solo thing. This is something where you got to find guys that are just like this. Join with them, and trust me, they're the friendliest group of people I have ever seen. I've been and seen not only this group, which is the Kingpins, but I've also seen the other groups that are associated with these guys, and they just open the door and just bring you right on in. So if the only thing that they really require, I think, is to have the same passion as they do. So if you have that passion and you're looking to do something like this, then I would suggest finding a club, finding a group, picking out a car, and get to turning on it. Because like I said, this is not something I can put into money. It's something that is going to be about experience. All right, so what is the upkeep like on these vehicles? Well, it's an old car. It's got a ton of custom work. If you're going to own a car like this with this kind of paint, you need to have, I take a detailing class. I would take something where you know how to clean it. This thing has a rug for a dash. It's not something that you're going to say, hey, I'm going to take it down to the local shop and go through the drive-through cleaning thing. It's just not going to work. So you have to be ready for that. The other thing is that with these older cars and with the kind of tolerances that you're changing with these vehicles, there's a lot of things that you want to be aware of. So you're going to have to basically be some sort of mechanic to get an understanding of what you're looking at. So if you're the kind of person that does your own oil changes, you're probably going down the right path. If you're the kind of person that needs a dealership to fix your car, probably not your speed. One of the things that we were joking about earlier is that when you're driving down the road and you smell something, you want to know what that smell is and what it's attached to. If you hear a piece of metal bouncing off the road someplace while you're driving down the street, you want to make sure you know if that's part of your vehicle or part of somebody else's vehicle. And that's something that you become aware of in the ownership of this vehicle, so you become kind of part of it. It's more like a horse than a car, so it's something that you're attached to, that you're genuinely interested in, and that you're passionate about. So like I said, if you're the kind of guy that wants to do everything with cars like me, this is the kind of car for you. It's definitely going to give you a lot of work to do, but it's probably going to be the most rewarding work you've done. And I mean, just sitting out here filming today, we've probably had 10 people drive by snapping pictures. So it's the thing is when you have a vehicle like this, you're going to stand out. So you're going to have to put in the effort to standing out. This is like a high maintenance model. For instance, if you want to get married to somebody that nice and you want to have this at your side, then you're going to have to put the work in to do it. This is a lifelong passion, and that's why a lot of times I look at it as it's a car I'll own when I'm retired. All right, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I have to say that this is an experience that I've been waiting to have for a very long time, and without a doubt, not only did it not disappoint, there were certain expectations I have, but certain things about it that it shocked me. And I have to say, this vehicle touched me somewhere deep that no other car has really gotten to me at. It's something that, like I said, it's a passion with this, that if you take it to 11, you can really understand it. But if you've never experienced it, if you've never done it, there's something that you're missing in your car show life. So if you're a car guy at some point, experience one of these things, see what it's all about, see what it's like. I want to thank this 59 Cadillac for doing what it did for me today. I hope you guys get the same kind of experience with it. So I want to thank especially the Kingpin CC for bringing this stuff out to us, and being some of the best guys out there, for being super friendly, and just, it was awesome. The other thing is if there's some videos over here I want you to be able to take a look at, so don't miss some other episodes. And thank you guys for watching, man. This has been the greatest time for what it's like to drive.